All right, traders. Welcome back to your Sunday live stream here. Your host, Mr. Know-It-All. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We got our structure here for the stream. Let me know if the music is too loud or if it's okay. Looks like we're getting a bit of a sell-off here into the close. That's what's happening right now, guys. Unfortunately, we're seeing a bit of a pushback here going into the close. All right, so for the Bitcoin price, I'm still kind of sticking with what I've been saying. If we can hold this 40K level, this 40.6K level, all right, that's this level right here that we're at. This is pretty important, pretty imperative. All right. You can see that this area right here is super important for Bitcoin price to hold above. All right. Now there's something I want to show you guys. It's not necessarily good news, but I want to show you guys this, and I could be wrong because it hasn't materialized into anything just yet. But if we go and look at the 6-month chart, now I know there's gonna be a lot of people in here. Why are you looking at a 6-month chart? Well, mostly because this will give us dictation as to where the next 6 months could lead us into, right? So this candle right here. You know what? Let me pull up a new chart. So the 6-month candle here, you guys see this long wick? This is a rejection wick, right? So this is a 6-month candle, all right? And this candle is actually a shooting star, all right? And it looks a lot like this. Now, our candle is actually green, actually much like what we're seeing right here, right? So we have this shooting star, and we got this big pullback, right? And then another big run-up on this particular structure. I don't know what asset this was, but you guys can see the 6-month, we got a trend reversal, right? So I'm not saying that that's going to happen. What I am saying is be cautious, because if we do end up breaking these 40K levels and we come back down to, honestly, as soon as we lose the 40K level, I think we're in trouble, because we're going to lose this major pivot area here on the weekly, and that's what this is here. This isn't supposed to be a bearish stream, guys. I want to show you guys what I've been looking at, right? Yeah, we're still holding above this trend channel right now. All is well until we break 40K, in my opinion, all right? And right now we're above 40K. So I think we're okay until we're not above 40K. And I also want to throw on these Gaussian channels real quick, because this is something that we've been looking at. We've looked at this before. All right, and if we go to like the 5-day chart, all right, you see this median trend line right here on the Gaussian channel? It's right around 40K. Right around 40K. And every single time Bitcoin goes into the Gaussian channel, actually into the channel, it spends months inside of the channel, right? hypothetical floor if we dip below 40. I mean, I would suspect that we're going to come back down to test these lows at 30K easily. I mean, obviously, if we go into a major downtrend, we're gonna probably come back to test even 20K. Like, we could see 20K again, and whatever the 200 moving average is, right around this, 19K, or even lower here on the weekly, 17. None of this is relevant until we break 40K and make candle closures below it, okay? Right now, we're still in this pattern. We're holding up here. It looks good as long as we're above it. All right? So that's the Bitcoin chart in a nutshell. And you're seeing that we need to get back above, really, to start making a push back out of this Gaussian channel. We really needs to start making candle closures above the channel around 48. All right. But as long as we hold 40K, I think we'll be okay. So let's hope that we hold 40K. ETH BTC is actually doing pretty well today. Got a nice reaction rally here off this support. So Ethereum is looking pretty strong right now. Right back over that crucial area, that 2,900 area. Back over that $3,000 area, right around here, right? We got back above it. We got to close. We really want to see a candle closure back above this median trend line here on the Gaussian channel. All right, right around that $3,200 area. We want to see closures back above that. We are implying that we could see that move, right? And we did get an RSI breakout today. That looks good. All right. All right, we're going to go look at USDT dominance. Kind of trading flat on the day. Obviously, we had Bitcoin that did go up a little bit. And into the close here, we're seeing kind of Tether making a higher low and trying to rally again. This is not this isn't good for crypto when USDT makes moves up like this. And the weekly chart is painting a strongish candle here, right? It's in a weekly breakout. This could be trouble. Could be trouble. All right. It's not really confirmed until we start making higher candle bodies above here, but we made this bounce here, and we got some sort of reaction rally there too. I'd really like to see this make lower lows and even come back down to test these lows, okay? That's when Bitcoin really can pick up some steam and start to rally. All right, so Bitcoin dominance. Sorry guys, I need 1 second. I'll be right back for a quick second. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, so Bitcoin dominance, not really doing too much, right? Just 41.87. Still kind of trying to hang on to these lows. And this, I mean, we did get a cross up here on the daily. So that could mean Bitcoin dominance might try to head a little bit higher. All right. What's going on, Ryan? All right, so yeah, we want to see Tether kind of just really just get wrecked here. We really don't want to see. We really do not want to see Tether try to test these highs again. I really would like to see this bearish divergence kind of play out and move this down. All right. All right, so where were we here? All right, so we're gonna go look at the hourly SAR at 1 hour and 4 hour. So if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys join the Discord. You guys can get these free signals here. All right, literally can take trades based off of them. Yeah, we can look at your guys' request towards the end of the structure. Okay, so we went long here at 9 a.m. this morning on the hourly, and we're sort of still long, and the 4 hour is still short, so it's not really confirming any sort of anything just yet. All right. 1 hour is long, 4 hours short, so major trend is still short. We're getting this short-term up move here on the hourly, right? Fear and greed. I think we're still in the fear stage, right? Yep. So we're still in fear. Market's still scared. And last note, we haven't hit anything on the new bull yet that would signal that we've hit a market cycle top. So nothing on that just yet. So yeah, nothing really to be worried about here just yet in terms of market cycle top. And then the crypto market cap, let's just go to total real quick. So the total market cap actually looks okay, right? We're holding above this this median trend line here on the Gaussian channel. Yeah, I mean, every single time we come into the Gaussian channel, even when it was back here in September. All right, so this is actually kind of what we could be doing. We could be having this consolidation before this next major leg. And this this lasted like 46 days before we broke out of it. So we could be looking at maybe a couple weeks of consolidating, you know, in the channel here. All right. The NFTs, yeah, guys, make sure you guys check these out. If you guys are interested in any of the SCP products and what we're doing here, you guys can buy an NFT that comes with a service attached to it, right? So the Rockets Node 101 comes with SAR indicator access for 1 year and VIP access for 1 year. Make sure you guys check these out, all right? I'm going to post the link here in the chat. Cool. All right. And go ahead and post your guys' requests. We'll take a look at them. So Aeon, that was requested. Hey, what's going on, Michael Jonathan? Yeah, so I mean, this asset, you're starting to break down below the median trend line on the Gaussian channel, all right? Yeah, Debek, we can look at Sol. One sec. This could be building into some sort of wedge structure here. If you do confirm a higher low here, there is a chance, especially if Bitcoin holds above 40K, we could see this break out, all right? It all depends on Bitcoin, guys. How do I think BNB looks? Yeah, we can look at it. The Gaussian channel just kind of gives you a visual, right? So every single time we are in the Gaussian channel and we're consolidating above it, it results in movements to the upside, right? So when you start making lower highs like this and start going back into Gaussian channel like that, you can see it's kind of like quicksand, right? Just kind of draws the price all the way down. Just something to be aware of. Like I said earlier, excuse me, guys. As long as, sorry, I can't even talk tonight. As long as Bitcoin holds that 40.6 or 40.7K area, I think we're fine. As soon as we start breaking those levels, man, that's when it's gonna start getting ugly, okay? And so for now, we're holding above there, 43,000, all right? And you can see we're just, we just back tested this. Now we're getting a little bit of a reaction, a little bit of a rally here today. Okay, we didn't make a higher candle body closure, up here, but we did hold these lows, all right? And that's really important. That's really, really important, especially flipping this area from resistance and now into support for Bitcoin, all right? All right, let's take a look at Solana. Alright, so you can see pretty clearly that Solana just kind of downsloping and consolidating. We did make this double bottom right here on the 4 hour. And on the daily, well, we're about to close the daily, and yes, this would be a technical higher low than this low. Alright. And it does look like it's starting to maybe round or wean off this negative momentum, so that's good. Again, it's really all going to depend on what Bitcoin's doing. If Bitcoin decides that it's going to break out and break up, then this is going to follow that for sure. Although this is extremely bullish still, right? We made this high up here. We've just been downsloping, consolidating. We can probably consolidate for another couple weeks before we see another major move out of Solana. All right. Let's look at Mask. All right. Well, not too much chart data on this one. We're going to turn off the channel, Gaussian channel for the moment. And we're going to fib this. And you're coming right down to the 50% retrace area. Now, that's a perceived value area, right? The 382 to the 61.8% retrace area. These are all perceived value areas for retracements back to the upside. Now, what you want to look for is you want to look for that divergence. Are we diverging? Are we showing signs of seller exhaustion? It doesn't look like we're showing those signs just yet, especially with the daily down 9% and you're building this negative momentum. So we could see continued pullback on this asset, unfortunately, right? And that we could be looking at a cipher pattern. It's a little deep for a cipher, but yeah, usually the 886 fib extensions are what you're looking for a cipher pattern, okay? So this thing could come all the way down to like 375, and that would not be a shocking thing to see, and we could then proceed all the way back up, okay? All right, we could get a short-term bounce, right? I mean, it can try. It really all depends on what Bitcoin's doing, guys. I say this over and over and over again. If Bitcoin's bullish, then these assets are going to start doing bullish stuff. And we only have 6 people on tonight, man. It must be horrible. Tough crowd tonight, guys. What's going on? Tough crowd. That's all right. All right, Filecoin. Filecoin got wrecked today. This could be an area, right? You're coming down to this support area here. We did make a lower high for this asset. All right, so that's not what we really want to see, but you're still kind of in this structure, right? You're wicking up here. Pretty close. We could get a wick through this area here on 42 before we maybe break out. Depends on Bitcoin, guys. If Bitcoin goes into a major downtrend, then this is going to end up in a bearish type of structure where come back up, reject this, and then break down. All right. So it all going to depend on what Bitcoin's doing, guys. At the end of the day. So let's just hope this holds. Still looks okay to me. And it does look like some sort of wedge formation. All right. Cool. We did have some good movers today. I don't know if you guys caught this one, but we gave this one out in the alert service. DYDX, this asset's up 33% today, and went into price discovery here briefly. And we gave an alert on this around $13, so you're talking about a 50% move already in 5 days. So congrats to those people who took this trade. And 5 days, 50%. I mean, what more could you ask for, right? It's pretty good. Ren making some moves, breaking this resistance here. This is actually looking really strong. A lot of the DeFi coins are looking strong right now. All right. Aave made a move today. Compound looking pretty good. AXS. Just a down-sloping channel for now, but trying to put a higher low in, right? I don't really see that as being a positive for anything. Not, not, you know, that can't be good for any of the markets. When a company is defaulting on their loans, that's not good. It's just FUD, but yeah, I don't know. Just pay attention to that critical area, man. I keep talking about it. It's that 40.6K area on Bitcoin. Just don't break that, man. Just don't break it. Don't break it. Do not break it. Do not break that. Because that can catalyze a big move down. We do that. All right. What else you guys got? Anything else? FET? Sure. What's going on, Totten? We did not skip XRP. I didn't even see that it was requested. Oh, sorry. It was requested. I'm sorry, man. I'll look at it here after fetch, okay? Sorry about that. So on these channels, you know, we're waiting for this to break out and back test, right? So no trade until you actually get a breakout. And if you don't, you could probably actually short this down to this area here, and maybe it then breaks out. Okay. So no real anything on this right now. If you want to short this, you can. It does look like you could see some movement back to the downside. Annie, thank you so much for the £5. We're going to look at Tri-S or Hoppy. Yeah, let's take a look at them. And we're going to look at XRP. do that. This tool really sometimes is difficult to operate on here. But this is perfect, right? So again, downsloping channel. And sort of just holding this trend line right here. Turn this stuff off so you guys can see it. So you could just consolidate here until you break out of the structure, or until you break down out of the structure. Again, going to depend on what Bitcoin's doing and how it's going to react to that price action. But I like what I'm seeing. You're seeing a tight consolidation up here, all right? That's typically a good sign. It's typically a good sign. And the daily chart, yeah, you're starting to show this 1, 2, 3. You got some divergence building here, right? Some triple MACD, bullish divergence, building on the oscillator here on the daily chart. We could just consolidate here for a bit more. You can see the band getting really tight here as well. This does look like you're going to see a breakout to the upside, all right? Again, that's going to say this over and over again, but it's going to depend on what Bitcoin's doing, all right? It can look great, but if Bitcoin starts to crash, then it's not going to look so great anymore. All right. Let's look at Happy. Wow. Yep, got a range break today. Yeah, and you're looking at this range break from the bottom. The top of the range is 172% measured move. Your target is $260. All right, we're gonna look at XRP now. Still possible that we go back down to the bottom of this trend line, right? But it is just holding up here, and that has a lot to do with Bitcoin just holding its 40K level. Not really too much to say about it. It looks like maybe you're basing out down here for now. No real help from oscillators, though. Daily, you can see a bit on the shift, right? The negative momentum sort of weaning off. But can't like what you're seeing here on the stochastic. The stochastic is saying, hey, we're probably going to move back down. RSI is in bearish territory on the daily. Too many mixed signals going on here, really to make a bold call about how this is going to go. Annie, thank you so much for the £2 sticker. Appreciate that. One could argue this is wedging, right? One could argue that this is also in a wedge. So it's starting to look good. Starting to look good. All right, there's XRP. All right, Nina. You've done about a 50% retrace from your swing low to your swing high. Not a bad, maybe value perceived area. Looks like you're also in a wedge here as well. That looks very nice. Looks like you're going to see some rally here on Mina Protocol. Very nice. This looks like it's going to go to the top of the wedge, which is $6.20. Nice 40-50% trade setup here, guys. All right. And then Tezos. So it sort of looks like a cup and handle structure. As you hold this trend line, right? 1, 2, 3 touches. Tried to test this resistance again to yesterday and today, and we're not able to break it. So technically, right now you're making a lower high, man. This does look like maybe a double top, right? You got top, double top. And you're getting some follow-through price action to the downside here. You could argue that you could see this level here around $6 be your next real level, and maybe you bounce here and try to rally. If not, you're probably going to just come right back down to the trend line, right? 1, 2, 3. You could look for a long here down here at 535 area, and then break out of here. All right. That's Tezos. You guys have any other tickers tonight? You guys are awfully quiet in the chat. All-time high for Tezos. I think. Yeah, 12 and change. Yeah, we can look at 1 inch. This was actually an SCP setup as well. All right. Reaction rally off of the 236 fib extension today. Inverse head and shoulders pattern still intact. Have not broken the left shoulder, or the right shoulder rather. So we would be looking for this right shoulder to break about a 77% move from this neckline, all right, around $3 or $4. But yeah, long entry was given on this asset. IJ Money, yep, that's right. All right, we have about 20 minutes until the weekly candle close, guys. Just going to show you some of the swing trade results that we've had. These are the trades that I post in the Discord for you guys. All right, this service is $67 a month. It not only includes my swing trades, it also includes two other crypto analysts, scalp trades, and one other gentleman who does post some option stock trades, right? But these are just my swing trades that I post, and I think, in my opinion, this is enough to cover $67 a month. I mean, you just buy and hold some of these assets. Look, we gave the swing entry on Atom here in April. You could still be holding that. It's $40 today, right? You know, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of swing trades that we're given here that you guys could have made some nice money on. Here's AVAX at $15. Imagine you just bought this and held this in June. No, you're like 3x. You're like 5 or 6x already on your money, right? Yeah, this hasn't really been updated, but it will be updated here shortly. So I will get to that. Btc Micro Target? How micro are you talking? I mean, I would at least expect us to try to get close to 45K if we can hold this $43,000 area, which is what we're doing right now. Right? Yeah, I'd say that this still looks okay. I mean, we did get a bit of a rejection here around 44,000 today, but not that bad of a rejection. I guess not that good. But yeah, honestly, I would suspect us at some point to test this trend line, right? This $46,000 area, and maybe, you know, we don't break it on this first time, okay? And we get up here, we reject it, maybe come back down, make a higher low, and then try to rally, or we could just come down and really play this entire pattern out, which, you know, we could see this come back down to like close to 40K levels again. Honestly, though, we don't really want to see a break of the 40K region. We discussed that earlier. We definitely do not want to see that. All right. CeeLo, take a look at it. I feel like I originally gave a trade setup on this a long time ago. There was some sort of garlic pattern on it. I don't remember where I had this charted, but. Anyways, pop this reaction low right here, reaction rally, I should say. These are typically bullish patterns, man. These are descending, broadening formations. We'll see how this plays out. But it looks like you're making a partial decline right now, and maybe Bitcoin holds up. You could see this break higher, right? All right. This asset I was looking at looked interesting. We did call this one out in the alert service, but I forget when we called this out. But it decided to continue dropping. All right, and I'm wondering how much further this is actually going to drop. We got an RSI breakout here the other day, and now it looks like just backtesting this trend line. All right, guys. I like to look at assets that have kind of depreciate in value so much that they have to go back up. It's like almost a for sure trade to get at least a 50% retrace from the swing high to swing low. That way you guys can catch a nice, not guaranteed trade, but very high very high probability trade. We're gonna go look at some stocks real quick too. I think some of these weed stocks are in critical spots, critical areas here where I think we could see maybe reversals come in. This is one of them, CGC. You know, 1, 2, third touch point here if this gets respected. What's going on, Integrity? This does meet our buying criteria, right? The asset's below 45 on the weekly RSI. We're actually oversold on this one. Our stochastic RSI is below 20, right? So it's below 20. We're at like 0. And we're below the 21 exponential moving average, all right? So all those three criteria is kind of are in line for this asset for us to start buying it. Now, this doesn't mean that this is going to be the bottom, but there's a good chance this could be the bottom because of where we're at on the trend line, right? 1, 2, 3. Is this the fourth? Is this going to be the fourth bounce here? Let's go to the daily real quick. It looks like we did get kind of some sort of bounce here, and we're getting now a back test, right? So we got a bounce, and now we're basically back testing but making a higher low, right? So this is looking pretty interesting in terms of, well, maybe we could see a rally and maybe this continue to consolidate before really breaking out of this channel. But we're going to definitely see some more sideways price action. It's not just going to go immediately up unless there's some really big news, which I don't really follow the news for this asset. I'm just swing trading the weekly chart. So it's oversold right now. I'm going to trade it till it's overbought, and that's it. That's it. And another one that I'm trading actually is Kodak. I know this sounds stupid or crazy, like Kodak, they don't do anything. They're a scam stock. Well, they might be, but look what we got brewing on this chart. So we have a very tight trading range here over the last couple weeks. It's trading in between, right below the 21 exponential moving average, so that's one. That's one of our criterias. Our second criteria is below 45. We're basically right at 45, so it's close enough, I would say. It's not like we're at 48 or 49. You know, we're still in the 45 range. Do I think it's oversold? I think you mean overbought. Listen, man, if you're up 50% in 5 days, I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing, right? Shout out to CME Gap boys. So, yeah, I mean, that's an amazing trade, right? In 5 days, you made 50%. Like, that's something to definitely boast about in the channel, right? To talk about that. I'm also still in that same swing trade. I personally have not taken profit on it yet. And I don't really intend to until I get kind of signs that there's some weakness, right? But this asset just started, man. So I think we're gonna see a major pump out of this asset. You can see the volume coming in too, and I have targets up here up to like 40 to 60 bucks. So I mean, I'll probably look to exit some of this around $40 and then maybe hold the rest of the bag until that $60 area. Because we can just measure out the range, right? So from the bottom of this range, the top of this range, we're looking at 100%. So from here, from 18, it should go to close to 36 bucks or 40 bucks. All right. We could look at Tilray. Yeah, sure. Let's look at it. Yeah, Tilray looks interesting, right? Maybe a falling wedge opportunity. Right, you're coming back down to this critical support area here, right? It's probably in the buy zone too. Let's take a look. We're below 45 on the RSI. We're below 20 on the stochastic. And we're below the 21 exponential moving average. I'm almost certain of that. Yeah, and there it is. So yeah, it's in a buy territory. Does this mean this is the bottom? No. This could dump all the way down to like $7 and then rip right back into the pattern. Can totally do something like that. We've seen it many, many times. This is called the dip before the rip on a falling wedge pattern. And it's actually an extremely profitable trading pattern that happens quite frequently. And Bolkowski kind of goes through that, right? The dip before the rip. All right. So we could get something like that. And, you know, it's tough to know if we're going to get it. And it just got to have to kind of pay attention to what's going on towards the bottom of these trend lines. It's never a bad thing to buy towards the bottom of a trend line, guys, even if we do end up breaking it and we get this gap down. And you can always add to your position as you gap down and pretty much buy all the way down to this 236 fib extension. That's what I'm looking at, 750. That's right, Ryan, that's right. All right. FCEL was another one, man. This had a nice weekly candle last week. This was an SCP call out as well. I think we call this around 680s, and on this breakout, okay. And this did break out. Falling wedge. This is actually a really tight wedge. We got a break. You can see the volume coming in, and on the weekly, you can also see we're right around 45. The Stokes just started to point up now, looking really strong here. You are below the weekly 21, and you're in a falling wedge. So you have a 67% chance to break to the upside. Looks pretty strong, and lots of room to run. Okay, the top of the wedge is $27. You heard that right. $27 on this move. This could take some weeks. This could take a couple months. American Airlines breaking out. Right, we now are back above the weekly 21. Did get this breakout here this week. Airlines are back in business, right? People are flying places now. Starting to pick up. This one, QS, QuantumScape, I haven't spoke about this one in a while, but this was in a major falling wedge, and we got the break the other day. All right. I think we alerted this back when it was like somewhere over here in this $30 range. I thought we were going to see some sort of breakout. We never got it. But yeah, man, I mean, like below 45 on the RSI, below 20 on the stochastic back here in late August. That was the time to be buying this asset. And we got a pretty serious breakout this week, 24%. All right. Hood was another one, man. Robinhood. I know this is a newer asset, newer chart, but this was also in a nice little breakout spot here. And we got the channel break, and now we got the back test going on. Pay attention to this stock. I think it's going to maybe do something in the next couple days. All right, could see some more consolidation out of it. Could even get another back test. But ultimately, I think we end up going higher. All right, we got about 5 minutes until the Bitcoin daily and weekly candle close. We do have a monthly candle close this week. Maybe we'll do a live stream for that. All right, that will be on, I guess, Friday. Maybe we won't be doing that. We'll see how the week goes, right, guys? Sushi making moves. We were talking about this descending broadening formation here for a while. This chart looks really messy, so I apologize about that. But this is a better chart. Here you go. So yeah, this didn't really pan out, this wedge here. You missed AMD. I don't think we actually covered AMD. Did you want me to look at AMD? Let's take a look at AMD, sure. I'm not, but it looks good, right? We actually got a break here. We gave an entry down here, right? And it's holding above the weekly 20 or the. It's right on the daily 21 right now. And we are above the weekly 21 as well. Yeah, I mean, I think AMD does well. Sushi's at 1140 right now. All right. I think DeFi is going to make a big move this week, guys. Compound looks like it's setting up. We gave a swing trade on this. If you guys are just joining, make sure you guys smash up that like button if you guys haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and tick the little bell to get all of our updates here at Swing Trade Pros. I know you guys, most of you guys have probably been around the channel for a bit, but if you're new, make sure you guys check it out. Join the Discord, and you can always message myself, Mr. Know-It-All, or any of the SCP members if you have any questions about any of the trading tools that we offer or services that we offer, all right? Cool. So, Compound, below the 21 exponential. Yeah, the stochastic RSI doesn't look too good right now. You know, we could see, on the weekly, it doesn't look too good anyway. We are not below 45 just yet, so maybe we want to wait on the weekly time scale. But on the shorter time scale, we could see, you know, a short-term move back up to 400 bucks or back up to the 21 exponential. But it could actually end up reversing here, right? So the weekly chart is obviously, you know, kind of a laggard in terms of entry, right? Don't break 60K by November. Would you say cycle top is at risk of being pushed into next year? That's a tough question, man, but it's possible, right? So we could be looking at a longer cycle. I'm still leading to believe that it's gonna be over by the end of this year. But I could be wrong. We could run into like March. Who knows? We did look at BNB. We did not look at Theta. We can take a look at Theta. We got a couple others to look at here. Sorry about that. We got BTRST. I don't even know what that is. Let's see. It's on Coinbase. Yeah, not really too much to look at here, man. Just went straight up and straight down. But not enough data, man. I have no idea what the hell this thing's going to do. So sorry about that. CLSK. So we almost did a 78.6% retrace. I guess if we go to like regular candles, we could maybe, it's fine. We can just leave it like this. But we're looking at, I mean, this could be a wedge, right? We got some rejection though. Yeah, I would just watch this support at 1075. If you end up holding this and you start showing signs of reversal, like bullish divergence or something happening on the chart like that, we could see this swing. We could see this swing back up, right? We could see it swing back up to at least 24 bucks, right, which is the top of this supply line. And if you do break it, then you're looking at a target up to about $40, okay? So this does look interesting. I have no idea what this company does. All right, we did just get a new daily Bitcoin candle close. Well, let's take a look at Bitcoin to see what it's doing. We did make a closure. I mean, we did engulf yesterday's candle, so that's good. But Saturday's price action, we can't, I mean, you know, it's kind of low volume price action. I don't know, man. The more times we test this 40K area, the weaker it becomes. So we really want to see Bitcoin try to break these highs, man. Try to break these highs. Yeah, I'm not really liking this chart right now, to be honest with you guys, but this kind of looks kind of weak. Let's see. I mean, we do have momentum sort of weaning off, negative momentum weaning off. We are showing a bit of divergence on the daily. We're gonna see how this plays out, guys. What do you guys think? Are we gonna be above 48K this week, or are we gonna break below 40? Let's hear what you guys think. Are we gonna hold above 40K, or are we gonna break it? So 1 for holding above 40K, 2 for a breakdown. Go. Float in the middle. Nice, Jay. Go to our rainbow chart real quick. Haven't looked at this in a while. We never actually got into the sell territory, right? We got into FOMO intensifies, but we never actually made blow off top or anything like that. We also are suffering from some supply shock, and my computer just froze. But yeah, we're gonna see how this plays out, guys, right? So far, we've held the lows, and it does look kind of weak though, right? We couldn't even make a higher high. We gotta break back above 45K pretty fast now, if we can. All right. Well, hopefully we have a good week here, guys, and we stay above 40K. Otherwise, maybe we go into a bigger consolidation or downtrend, and well, that would kind of suck, but could happen. Everyone's expecting a blow off top, right? How can you check the whale's movements? I guess you could use like there's like whale bots and stuff to check that, and check the wallets and stuff, and I don't know how everybody does it, but there's definitely a way to check it, right? All right. Well, I hope everyone had a nice weekend here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. I know it's kind of slow and maybe just kind of bearish-ish sentiment, but I just want everyone to have an idea of what could happen if we break 40K. It's, you know, it's not going to be pretty. I would say like a big candle closure below 40K on like a larger time scale, like a monthly or a weekly, could really lead to more selling. Okay. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful weekend, rest of your weekend, and have a wonderful week. Hopefully, we'll see you guys sometime this week. Maybe I'll pop in for a surprise stream. All right. Anyways, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much again for your time, and hopefully this was helpful for you guys. We'll catch you guys sometime this week.